Good afternoon. How are you doing? I hope that you had a good weekend. I hope that you made some memories that you will not soon forget. You know, I had a very nasty habit with my very first channel. I used to snatch, gather, drag, turn inside out, just provide verbal lobotomies, and sometimes in rare instances, a bit of, yeah, if you know, you know. Now, if you didn't know, I've always had a nickname since, I'll say, 2010 or so. I was called Skull Drag. And the reason why my little name was Skull Drag was because that is what I would verbally do to people. Somehow, what I would say felt like I clawed two handfuls of your hair and dragged you by your skull. And I'm sure that was because they were saying that it hurt so bad. Now, that leads me to this. Yesterday, I watched some content on the YouTube streets that was about a little small documentary about the rap legends Salt and Pepper. And you get to see them when they were young, when they were middle age, as they got older and everything. Just kind of giving a backstory about what happened to them. Well, down in those comments was a gentleman. Uh-huh. And I told him the following. Just give me a moment. Sure. One moment. Oh, they can wait. Let me cut on do not disturb, dear. So his comment reads the following: Black women from all generations, please listen to me. You all look beautiful without all of that D word, plastic surgery. Please stop doing this to yourselves. The most beautiful women from the 90s now look crazy. My goodness. Now, as you see, he started out with a fluff comment or praise. Then he went right into insulting people. I don't think he realizes there are countless forms of reconstructive and cosmetic surgery procedures that one may receive specifically on their face. Yeah, they're not necessarily surgical, but like I said, there are a number of procedures. Now, I did remind this gentleman that um, you need to worry about your own face. You need to worry about your wife's face. Okay. Because you cannot give a directive to an entire populace of women. You said all women, okay, and give them a directive to stop doing this, meaning cosmetic procedures, to your face, which in fact I reminded Mr. Mrs. them, CS URAMS 84. You don't have control over that. Her face, her body, her decision, her money. That's none of your business. Now, he came back and said, I said my opinion, but for whatever reason, he didn't realize that he gave a command. And his command is what I decided to respond to. Well, because he wanted to be rude and swore that he was being masculine in that moment, I decided to remind him The face, the woman's face you should be concerned about, it should be your wife's face. Or is it possible that you're fascinated, curious about the other faces of other women because you are still shopping for a sideline? Because at your big age, you should have a wife. Ah, I see. That got all down in his Negro spirit. So if you go take a gander, hold on, this fool talking about reporting comments. Honey, don't be lying on my name talking about reporting comments. I don't do no stupid mess like that. Anyway, so like I told him, you should be focused on your wife's face. Or are you still shopping around for a sideline? Or you still looking for the one at your big age? Well, I think that really got in his Negro spirituals because he decided to come pay us a visit over here in my little corner of the universe under the video for Chase Bank, The Brat, In Vitro, and Skull Dragon. Okay, isn't the irony? Didn't realize it. He commenting under the video that says Skull Dragon. Oh, look at that, dear. And listen, since you wanted to drop by, let me make myself clear. Since you don't understand the difference between an opinion and a directive slash command on top of your passive aggressive insult, let me give you some very good advice. Don't play with me like I'm here for you. If you cannot handle someone giving feedback on your comment, specifically about your judgment, specifically about you giving a directive to an entire populace of Black women, you can't tell all women what to do. Don't. Where's your wife? Where is your wife or your dog? Sir, ma'am, it, they, them, where? Where? Honey, let me tell you something. If you don't know the difference, what can I do or say to you that would remotely make sense to you other than cussing you out, treating you like an animal, dragging you across hot coals because your mind became infuriated because someone pointed out to you you cannot control the decision making, finances, personal decisions of complete and utter strangers. Worry about your face and your wife's face. That's within your bandwidth of control. And actually, you shouldn't be controlling your wife in such a manner. If we must be perfectly honest and clear about healthy relationship dynamics. Clearly, you don't foster any healthy dynamics with Black women because you really believe down in your deep Negro spirituals that you can stomp around life and tell other people what to do with their person, with their body. No one couldn't tell your mother what to do. She gave birth to you. No one didn't walk up to her and say, "Oh, I really think that's a bad idea. Maybe you need to do something else with your body." She didn't do that. She made her decision, and all of society respected that decision, including myself. Yeah, it's not my job to go and try to fix your person because I believe that your mother and father did a horrible job and you need to be fixed. You need to be told what to do and how to look. I know not to do so because I know without a shadow of a doubt that would be me being cat piss crazy. Why don't you know that or understand that? I'm fill me in, dear. Just fill me in, dear. I know I'm not a know-all and see-all and all-knowing, all-seeing, but honey, if I don't have anything else, I have common sense. Okay. Everyone aren't afforded that opportunity, but I'm not going to squander mine. The portion I was given of common sense. Because I tell you, if I could change anything, it wouldn't be other people. Uh-uh. Other people goings, comings, they either do two things in this life. They will either benefit you or be detrimental to you of no significance to you. That makes three. Mhm. And you are of no significance or benefit to me. You're annoying. You're a nuisance. You're the equivalent of, I wouldn't even insult Jimmy Neutron in such a way. He was actually smart. So I would have to think of something lower tier than a cartoon character that was a genius because you don't even belong in that classification. Instead, I think the best comparison would be Oscar the Grouch, something angry, fuzzy, green, filthy, and annoying. You know, the thing about Oscar the Grouch, whenever Big Bird or someone else had mercy on their side, they always had to explain things to Oscar because he would always get things jammed up and confused, just like you're doing right now. Now, I implore you, please don't make this mistake again because it's um, it's the behavior of the undesirables in society. And I do believe that even though you are truly rude and you are now invested because someone pointed out to you the obvious, huh? That I don't want to believe that you're a despicable person. I don't want to believe that. I do believe that at this time you are completely all in your feelings. And honey, that's not a good look at all. When people get emotional, they get irrational. When they get irrational, they exhibit poor decision making. Now, I wouldn't want that for you. And once they start exhibiting poor decision making, ah, that's when it get dangerous for you. Now, I don't believe you would do that. I don't. I think you're a sensible, rational person. You just didn't like the idea of me coming along and telling you the obvious. You can't control that. I mean, it's 2024. My goodness. People are getting all kinds of enhancements all over their person, not just on their faces. And I think it's unfair for you to classify all cosmetic surgeons. Let me say that again, surgeons as being poor, providing poor medical care as a cosmetic surgeon. You're classifying their bad work that is more than likely correlated to how much money they had as being bad work. Because there are some you can't even tell that they had work done, and indeed they did. But you have to keep in mind they had the money, honey, to afford the best of the best that do procedures on presidents, senators, celebrities, and all. Yeah. You have global leaders who had cosmetic surgery, and you can't tell. As a matter of fact, if you're a man, I mean, you may be balding. You could go get hair transplants. That's a cosmetic procedure. No judgment here. Or you can continue using enhancements, i.e., Beijing or benign. That's what it looked like. People have a benign growth growing all around their hairline, but you can continue doing that cheap version if you would like to. Who am I to tell you what to do? I said, or you could. not that you should. Okay. Notice my wording and everything that I'm saying to you. Oh, yeah. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm making suggestions. I also afforded you a little bit of praise and compliments, even though my lips didn't set on fire for saying them. They were sincere. hmm And I stand on them. I don't want to believe that you're a despicable, deplorable, unsavory, disgusting human being. I just believe that you got mad. And that's okay. But it's not okay that now you want to be a junior stalker. Have you noticed I haven't been to your YouTube page or know if you have a YouTube page or a channel? And there is a reason for that. Do you want to guess why? Dear, I don't care. I don't care. Listen, I was in here minding my good business on this good Sunday after church, receiving my word in here writing, and here you come buzzing my phone. Therefore, your comment does serve a positive purpose. It reminded me to put my phone on do not disturb until I finish writing. With that said, let me get back to what I was doing. And you discontinue what you are doing, which is quit leaving comments on my content. Okay. You tried to insult me, but did you realize by what you did, it is the equivalent of walking over here and while I'm sweeping up, you know, the little bit of kitchen debris, while I was bending over, you walked over here and kissed my behind. You walked right over here and kissed my narrow behind. And let me tell you how. You came over here looking, searching, and find something to watch of mine. You sat there and listened to it so that you can give it a critique. Oh, you brought your behind back right over here, honey, to kiss mine. Okay. I hope that you use the good quality chapstick because I don't want to chafe after your lips been on my derriere, honey. Yeah. I hope you add on some good chapstick, dear, darling. Back to what I was doing. To infinity and beyond. Sir, ma'am, it, they, them. Have a good Sunday. It's even better. Please have a lovely week. Take care.